Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel The Trade Blazer. Welcome to yet another live learning session on options trading. Having said that, I have a couple of things to discuss before our trading session today. So one thing is that if I see the overall views, I can see that most of the views are coming from non-subscribers. Like more than 65% of the views I'm getting from the ones who haven't subscribed yet to the channel. Okay, so consider subscribing to the channel, guys, and help the channel to grow as well, because so you can see that I'm giving very nice knowledge in terms of the entry logic, exit logic, as well as how you have to hold your trade during the trading running, and also that how to handle the uh, quantities in between the trade and all that. So everything in terms of trade management. And one more thing what I have observed, that on somewhere around 17th of September, if I go to that video, on 17th of September I made a profit of around 40,000, and you can see that there are 43 likes, and then 24 comments, and then 1245 views. So that gives me a sense that, and also that you can see that on one day I made a profit of 1 lakh, and I can see 1386 views I got, and 42 likes and all that, and I know somewhere around close to 50 subscribers with this one video. Okay, that gave me a sense that um, people will be excited looking at more profits and show interest to join that channel. So that's not correct, guys. So don't ever get excited looking at the amount of profits that you see, with which you will never be able to become a profitable trader. No excitement should be there. So you should look at only the learning that the channel gives. Okay, so that's the reason I have seen so many people like doing live tradings without any great knowledge, but then they have numerous number of subscriptions. Okay, so I didn't want this one actually people to get excited. That's the reason I have shifted to a small account with only for the educational purpose, and now I'm not showing you my personal account anymore. Okay, so that's the reason if you see the latest videos also, when I made a profit of you can see here I mentioned profit of 100 points of premium, which got 352 views, to my surprise. Okay, so how difficult it is to capture 100 points of premium, right? So the quantity only changes every time, guys. So you need to learn how to capture the points, not how add too much of a heavy quantity and then capture 5 to 10 points. That is not trading, guys, remember. So this is what I wanted everyone to understand, how perfect your entry logic should be. you know Taking some random trades, that if a candle is closing above the EMA, I go long. If a candle is going below an EMA, I go short. That doesn't work in the long run, remember. So there should be a proper logic for your entry. Okay, that is the first place, that's with which you can start your success. Then how to deal with the trade when you are into the trade, right? How to add the quantities, how to adjust the quantities, how to remove the quantities, how you have to fight with your emotions to hold that trade for a longer time, how to exit the trade properly, how to plan for the exit, what should be the reason for your exit. That is more important. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to do here, educate people in terms of the trade management, and also how to handle the psychology part. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do here. So if you think that at least 0.1% of value that I'm adding to your trading career, consider subscribing, and turn on all the bell notifications, so that I'm planning for a lot of community related stuff in going in future, so that you will be getting benefited out of that. Okay, that's the second thing. And then, yeah, so And one more thing what I wanted to announce today is that I have just created a telegram group, telegram channel. You can see that I have it, included the link in the about page of the channel. So it's must for all of you to join this telegram channel, because what I'm planning to do here is to, I mean, there's a lot of requests that I'm getting from numerous people saying that we need levels to be posted even before the market started, or during the runtime or the live market time. Okay, so this is why I have created this one, the telegram yesterday. And then you can, this is a private telegram group, guys. You cannot search like trade, the trade blazer in a telegram and then find it out. This is the only option to join this telegram channel through the link itself. So find this link in the description of the videos and also in the about page. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to let you know, that I have created a topmate account where you can actually click on this link to schedule one-on-one calls with me. Okay, if you have any questions regarding the trading, stock picking, or trade, option selling, hedging, whatever it is, you can just reach out to me, book a call here, so that we can connect one-on-one, and then discuss about with whatever questions you have in terms of trading and swing trading, whatever it is. Okay, so this is two things that I wanted to let you know. And also that, try to reach out to me on this email, guys. So you can see that this is my email, the trailblazer at gmail.com. So whoever has guessed my place where I'm staying and all that, please try to reach out with me on this email. Reach out to me on this email so that you can have a one-on-one connect with me, and then you can discuss whatever questions or doubts that you have. Okay, having said that, let's jump back to our regular session today. Okay, so these are some of the important levels that I have drawn for today's intraday trading. Yesterday also I could not trade because I'm little unwell. Now also I'm not that great. Okay, that's fine, it's manageable here. So this is my email ID, so try to reach back. And also that I have told that once the 500 subscribers are completed, I can pick some of the random people to connect one-on-one and clarify your questions, right? So for that also you can try to reach out to me on this email ID, so that I can send you a one-on-one connect link, a Zoom link or something, where we can actually connect and discuss your questions. Okay, that's one more thing. And the learning videos are coming soon, guys. So once I'm little better, I will start doing the learning videos. For today's intraday trading, you can see that these are some of the important levels. This red line over here is an order block, weekly order block, guys, a bearish order block. And then you can see here, this is the opening price, and there is a fair value gap, sell side fair value gap, RCB, or fair value gap here. And then these are the swing low and high that I have marked. And then this is the old swing. Okay, so these are the levels. And coming to my trades, I have just, so the market opens here and creates a gap with a little bit of a gap where I wanted to go long. My first trade I have taken, I went long here, hoping that this fair value gap will be filled and the price may try to get into this 50% fib range, and then maybe reverse from there. But then this was the view based on which I went long. And also you can see that fib retracement I have drawn from the top swing, right? I had to take an SL of 50 points in the first trade, and second time I was waiting for this price to take support to go long once again. Price was taking support in this area where I was waiting, and then I went long somewhere here. If I should shift to 5 minutes time frame, this is where I went long somewhere here. during this big portion and then captured this entire move over here. That was a second trade in which I captured 90 points of premium and covered the previous loss as well. You can see that this was a first trade, where I lost 50 points. And then second trade, I captured about 90 points and then closed the day with around close to 6,000 of profit and no trades that I have executed in Zerodha. So this is the only account most probably, let's say, I will trade, okay, for educational purpose, okay. So this is where I have entered at 336 and exited at 426, almost at the high of this peak, right? So the exit logic is, let's say there is a bearish order block over here. As soon as the price enters into this order block, I wanted to exit because there can be a reversal after that or a retracement. Okay, that was a plan. So with which, let's dive into our regular live trading session and see how I manage the trades, what was the psychology, and what I can offer you as a learning as part of today's session. See you there. Thank you. Market is just about to open, guys. So I'm just waiting. So market is about to open with a little bit of gap up. It has just opened. So it's just a flat to gap up opening, and yeah, it may retrace back a little towards the gap filling and then starts moving up from there is what my view right now, based on which I will try to go long here. We'll let you know if I take any trade here. Thank you. So price has closed a strong green candle, guys. So let's see if that candle is going to sustain, so that I will try to go long here. Thank you. So just bought 150 quantity of 51,800 call here, guys. So you can see here we got a confirmation and there is a small wick rejection also from the bottom, based on which I have taken this trade. But then yes, the idea is to exit if it is going to move towards the weekly order block that I have marked on this bar chart, the red line, and then yeah, there is a sell side fair value gap as well. Okay, so we'll see how this trade goes on from here. I just noticed that I have bought only 15 quantity, guys. So I've just added 135 more quantity here into this trade. Now it's 150 quantity. So we'll see how this trade goes on from here. Thank you. We'll try to place the SL on the chart itself. We can see a sharp downside move. So I will place for the 90 quantity as an SL right below this swing low, very tight, right below this swing low. If that is going to take our stop loss, I will exit the remaining quantity manually, or if price tries to bounce back from there, I will try to add the quantity back. So that's the idea. Let's see how this goes on. So that has taken away my SL for the partial quantity of 90, guys. I'll try to exit the remaining quantity also manually. I'm not seeing any signs of price bouncing back here. Okay, so that's the reason I have exited the remaining quantity as well. We'll let you know. So if I take any trade, we have booked somewhere around 50 points of premium as a loss in this trade. And yeah, so according to my risk appetite or risk per day based on my count size, I still have some risk left for the day, right? So we'll let you know if I take any more trade after this. Thank you. So I have just bought 150 quantity of 51,600 call again, guys. You can see that the logic behind the entry is that price has closed below the green line that I have drawn as a support, and then inviting sellers and trap them all and trying to move towards the upside. So based on which I have entered into this trade, and today is one of those days that I'm thinking that it may be in a sideways range, but then with a little bit of volatile range for us to trade actually. So in on these kind of days we have to take the entries. Both sides we can make profit, but then you have to make sure that the entry should be almost at the bottom of the swing or at the top of the swing, right? So I have taken this trade almost at the bottom of this swing over here. So we'll let you know how this trade goes on from here. Thank you. We're getting a nice rise in the price, guys. Not that good rise in the premium though. And price is almost tapping the green line that I have marked on the spot chart, which is a bearish order block in the 5 minutes. It's trying to tap into that right now, and we got a nice rise in the premium as well, right? So we are getting already nice points over here. I will try to be ready to exit this trade over here, guys. You can see that price almost entered into the bearish order block, guys, and the day also started bearish as well. So based on which I'll try to exit this trade here. So we have captured some 90 points in this trade, guys. So that's how you should be keeping your risk reward ratio as well. In the first trade, I lost 50 points, but then in the second trade, I captured 90 points. So that's how you have to keep your risk reward working for you, with which you can become a profitable trader in the long run. Hope you have learned something as part of today's session. See you in the next video in the next live learning session. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.